Today, let me show you how to grow your Twitter and Instagram accounts at the same time. And before you start making fun of me, yes, my eyewear broke and I didn't want to go out and buy before recording this video. So I just went away and recorded it. Let that be a lesson to you. So let's get started. Here's what we're going to be covering. We're going to cover why nobody gets started, the easy way to pick your top business idea, how to pick your niche, and a very simple content creation framework I stole from an 8-figure coach. And finally, how to automate your Twitter account and Instagram account so you can just spend 10 minutes a day creating content. Let's get started. Why people avoid getting started? Let me tell you. The first one is fear of rejection. Nobody will buy, so I will not get started because I fear being rejected. The second one is self-doubt. I'm not an expert, so I'll just not get started because I don't feel ready to get started. The third one, overthinking. Will people actually like my content and my products and my services? So you start overthinking and believing that nobody will buy your stuff, that you're not an expert, and then you start procrastinating and you never get started. And finally, lack of knowledge, which always leads to this is too hard. So I'll just leave other people to do the things that I wish I wanted to do. And also, there's another one I didn't put in this graphics, but it's about market saturation. The reality is that there is no saturation. We're looking for new people every day to show us how to do what they do. Forget about saturation and get started. Look, so what are we going to be doing next? First, I want to help you fix your mentality about posting content and growing a business online. And secondly, I'm going to show you my system to create content so you attract the right kind of people. And the reality is that you'll only spend around 10 minutes a day creating content with this powerful system I'm going to show you. And you'll be able to grow on Twitter and Instagram at the same time. So first, the mindset. Realize that there are people outside of your sphere of influence desiring to learn how to do what you do. Think about yourself. A couple of years ago, you actually needed someone else to teach you what you know now. And look, I want you to understand that you are actually a miracle maker for other people because other people were miracle makers for you. You learned from them and now you're going to teach others so they learn from you. You create miracles for them. How? Through your content. And you're going to be doing this because winning feels good. And it feels double good when you are doing something that you actually love, which is the business that you're going to be starting and the content that you'll be creating to attract the right kind of followers so they eventually buy your stuff. And the specific way to crush self-doubt is to actually have a system so you can start winning just by putting that system in place. And that's how you go from no online business to building a profitable online business. So let's get started with the easy way to pick your business idea. It's super simple, and it's actually a 3-step process. First, what skills are you expert enough in? And when I say expert enough, it's what you literally read there. You don't have to be a world-renowned expert to get started online. If you're good enough at something and you have 3, 4, 5 years of experience under your belt, you're good to go because you'll be targeting people who are a few years behind you. And they will be your clients if you want to sell courses or coaching. If you want to sell services, you'll just be targeting people that you are already working with, right? And you're going to create services and products using that skill. After that, you're going to pick your 3 favorite skills. Which of these skills that you put down on a paper excite you the most? And the reason is you're going to build something around those skills. And from time to time, you'll feel maybe a little bit hesitant, a little bit worried, and you'll start to procrastinate and you'll start, oh, screw this, I don't want to do it. But the thing is that if you pick something that you actually enjoy doing, all of those moments of worry and desiring to quit, they will reduce drastically because you'll be doing something that you actually enjoy. And finally, figure out which problems you can solve with your 3 big skills. And I understand that what I've been telling you and the questions that I've been asking you are very abstract. So let me show you an example of how this looks like in practice. In my case, here are some of my skills: web design, funnel creation, copywriting, product launches, email marketing, and content creation. Out of these skills, 3 favorite ones, my 3 big ones are funnel creation, product launches, and content creation. And what I did was create a table with the big 3, and I found out 3 major problems I can solve with each of these skills. With product launches, I can plan and create courses, create a marketing plan to promote products, and finally, creating the marketing campaigns to sell digital products. The other ones you could just screenshot and use it as an example and as inspiration to create your own 3x3 grid. And now you're going to decide on your big business idea. What is the number one problem you want to solve through your content? And of course, with your content, you're going to attract people who are interested in your service, your coaching, or your products. So take a look at your 3x3 grid and which of these things you would teach for free. Then, are you experienced in this thing? If yes, this is a great skill you can start talking about. And finally, do you have social proof? Do you have proof that what you do actually works? Has it worked for other people? Have you delivered on your promises to clients? If you're watching this video, yes, you have. So once you pick your number one problem that you can solve through your content and through your services or coaching or products, that is your business idea. In my case, I'm going to use this example, plan and create courses. That's the problem that I want to solve. Now, the big question is, who am I going to sell this? Who do I want to attract? This is my niche. So what's a niche? A niche is a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. In other words, a niche is a group within a bigger group. Why pick a niche? There are two major reasons. It makes it easier for you to attract followers, and it's simpler to transform these followers into clients. Let me give you a few more reasons that I think could persuade you to pick a niche. It helps you build authority faster. You want people to know you for a few things, not for a lot of things, for a few things, because the riches are in the niches. People know you for one thing, and then eventually they start knowing you for the other things that you do. But it's easier for people to understand that you're great at one thing to gain their attention, which leads to being recognizable. In my example, I want to be known as the course guy. So anyone who is thinking about creating a course, who do you think they will look forward to learn from? It's also simpler to create products and services and coaching because you're going to be building authority about one major topic. You'll be recognizable within that niche, and it will be easier for you to create products because people will start asking you questions and asking you for those products and services. So you won't be second guessing. Your audience will tell you what they want from you. And finally, it's just 10 times easier to create an impactful marketing message because instead of trying to talk to everyone's problems, you're going to focus on a specific group and you're going to tackle their frustrations, their fears, and you're going to be talking about their goals and needs and desires, which will make it way easier for you to just learn much more about that niche and forget about everyone else. And of course, this just makes it simpler for you to create products, services, coaching, or whatever you want to sell to these people that are part of your audience. Now, a lot of people avoid niching down because they have limiting beliefs. They don't want to leave clients outside. They fear missing out. But the reality is that this is not a real thing. It's all an invention of your mind to procrastinate. You won't be missing out. In fact, it's the other way around. You'll be attracting people who are interested in what you're already doing. There's a second reason why people avoid niching down is that they feel that they're going to get stuck in their heads. Meaning that, what if I pick the wrong niche? You just change the niche or you change your marketing message. That's easy to do. And the sooner you start changing your niche to the one that you actually love and excites you, the easier it will be for you to create products, services, and content that you will love to sell and promote online, that you will be eager to promote. So you can always change your niche later on. Don't worry about it. And finally, the one that I struggled the most. I don't like boxing myself into a box, of course. I don't like focusing too much on one little thing because what if I get bored? Well, you won't, because you can always talk about whatever the hell you want with one condition, that you tie that idea to your main niche. For example, if you want to talk about productivity and you are a fitness coach, you can teach people how to be more productive in the gym. Or let's say that you are a marketing expert and you want to talk about mental health. You can literally talk about how you as a marketing expert has been dealing with mental health issues and some of the tips that you follow to actually overcome these mental health issues. We're going to be talking about how to decide on the niche. And it's actually very simple. First, think about who you were 3 to 5 years ago. In my case, I was a freelancer who was sick of selling websites and creating Twitter banners and designing because I felt I was giving a lot of time in exchange for not a lot of money. So I wanted to find a way to make more money without selling my time. Second, Ask yourself, what would you sell to yourself? What would you sell to your past self? In my case, I would sell a course on how to create courses so I could make money selling courses. And finally, how do you want to be known online? And I would say, think about what keyword or keywords would you like to be known for? Let me show you how I think about this. 5 years ago, I didn't know how to create and sell courses, and I was stuck making money selling my time as a freelancer, and I was overwhelmed with all the things I had to do every day to make money. So I would sell to myself a course on how to create courses quickly where I can leverage my obsessive desire to start something and complete that as soon as possible before I get bored. And finally, I want to be known as the course guy. Can you see how all of these things are related to each other? And how you can start a business doing this and eventually start creating content that attracts the right kind of people to whom you can sell your services and products to them? I wish it does. If not, go back and rewatch this video. So let's summarize everything. The best idea. I want to show you how to create courses. The niche. I'm going to show freelancers and coaches. And finally, the big picture. I will show freelancers and coaches how to create courses. So great, let's go to the content creation framework. And look, you already decided on your business idea and your niche. It's now time to figure out what to talk about. And to do so, first, let's recap everything. The best idea, show people how to create courses. The niche idea, freelancers and coaches. The content, show freelancers and coaches how to create courses. And to get started, I'm going to show you the 4 Forces framework. And the 4 Forces framework was invented by this guy, Taki Moore, the 8-figure coach who coaches coaches on how to coach and make more money. Coachception, how I like to call it. He explains the following thing. And of course, this is my interpretation of his system. First, you have 2 columns and they represent emotions. The first column, it's negative emotions, and the second column is positive emotions. Then we have a row. The first row is the present, and the second row is the future. And as you can see in the screen, this forms a matrix with 4 quadrants. And in quadrant 1, we have the present negative emotions, and this is what we call frustrations. In quadrant number 2, we have positive emotions that live in the present, and these are provoked by our needs. We dream about things, right? We want things now, and that gives us positive emotions, because when you think about the good things that you want and need, you feel good, right? Then we have in the future and negative emotions, fear, things that have not happened, but that you don't wish they happen to you. And finally, we have in quadrant 4, positive future emotions provoked by your goals. Let me give you a few examples. And we're going to start with the frustrations because they are the easy ones to get started. Because, dude, we all like complaining. Maybe we don't externalize the complaints, but at least we think about it and they frustrate us, right? So let's start with them, because then we can turn these frustrations into wants. They're literally the inverse. And I'm going to show you a few examples of how this works. First, the frustration becomes the wants and the other way around. So for example, if your frustration is that I don't have enough ideas for my courses, the need is I want a system to generate ideas so I can have enough ideas to create courses and products and services and coaching that people will want to buy from me. Here's another example, lack of organization. I hate feeling disorganized, so I need and I want a system that can help me organize my content ideas, my ideas for my courses, my ideas for whatever I want to sell. Here's another example, feeling overwhelmed with technology. I hate technology and I don't want to learn new software, and it's overwhelming just to think about all of the apps that I've been showed in social media, Instagram and Twitter. I hate that. So I need and I want to gain clarity on which apps I'm supposed to use to grow my online business. Done? Can you see how powerful this is? The next step is to pinpoint the fears, and then you turn the fear into a goal. So my fear is, for example, I'm afraid that my course won't sell well. I don't want to work for 80 hours on a course only to not get a sale. Too much wasted time, and time is precious, and I actually don't have enough time. So my goal is to get my first course sale without investing hundreds of hours. Powerful, right? So another one, working 80 hours on a course only to quit and never launch it. So what I need is to create a course quickly in 10 hours of work so I can launch it quickly and see if people actually want this, right? Or maybe you fear getting bad feedback. So you need your first testimonial. That's what you want to get. It's the inverse. Getting bad feedback, that's your fear. And the goal is actually to get your first raving testimonial. Make sense? Yes, it does. So here's how it looks like when you have the matrix ready. You have all of these frustrations, all of these wants, all of these fears, and all of these goals. And this will give you the big picture of which content you should be producing to attract the right kind of followers. And the right kind of followers are the ones that will buy your courses, your services, your coaching, your whatever you're selling to them. Now, the big question is, why do you need this information before creating content? Because it gives you clarity on what people actually want. It also reduces overwhelm because now you have a big list of stuff that you know frustrates people in your niche. You also have a list of fears, wants, goals, and desires of people within your niche. And the third one is that you can focus on solving problems instead of focusing on what kind of information should I provide to my audience. No, you have all of that there and you can just focus on solving their problems so you can grow your audience. So we're going to be talking now on how to automate Twitter and Instagram with the content that you'll be producing. And this will literally take you around 10 minutes a day with a very powerful app that I want to show you right now. So this is the #1 app to grow your Twitter and Instagram account. And it works like this. Here you can queue a post by clicking on the compose button and then literally just pasting the post. But before we do that, let's set it up. The first thing you're going to go is to the settings account. Then you're going to scroll down and you're going to connect your Instagram account. For that, you need to have a Facebook account because that's how Instagram and Facebook work. So if you don't have a Facebook account, but you have an Instagram account, go create your Facebook account and follow the instructions that Hype Fury and Instagram and Facebook, of course, tells you to follow. After that, scroll down and create your posting schedule. And I would say just steal mine, and instead of having 6 posts a day, start with 3 to 5 posts a day, because at the end of the day, that's all you need. 3 to 5 posts a day, posted for Eastern time. That's the one that I use because I want to target people in New York and all of that side of the United States. Then you're going to go to your queue once again, and you're going to create a new post by clicking on the compose button. Then if you want, you can click here to make it full screen. And then you're going to paste the text. After that, you're going to do the following. You're going to copy your caption for whatever you build it, right? And you're going to paste it over here. You're going to click on the share on Instagram. Then you're going to enable this and you're going to put the caption right there. Great. After you're done, you're going to close this and you're going to add to queue. Once that is added to queue, you're going to close all of that, click here, and you're going to scroll down to find your post. And let's check it out. Let's scroll down, 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 a little bit down. Here you go. And as you can see, this will be posted on August 5th at 3:44 p.m. and it's going to be posted on Instagram. That said, what if you don't like the post? You're going to click here to edit and remove whatever you want. Let's remove this one, delete, and then update. Finally, let's say that you don't want to post on Instagram. You can always disable that by clicking here, then clicking there, and you're done. Update, that's all you need to do. Now, the big question is what kind of content you're going to be producing? Simple. Things about the frustration, wants, fears, and goals. Now, the question is, how do you find all of these things? I'm going to leave a link down below so you can get my market research methodology. Go click it and find out how to do that. I'm also going to leave a link for Hype Fury so you can actually join Hype Fury and learn how to set it up and get your account so you can get started right away with content creation for Twitter and Instagram. So really, once you have your Hype Fury account, you just need to go to your 4 forces and pick one of these ideas for you to create content about. So let's say that I don't know where to sell my courses. Let's go back to Hype Fury. Let's click compose and let's paste that right there. I don't know how to sell courses as a freelancer. Well, let's do this. You need to divorce your time from making money. As a freelancer, you only have 24 hours a day, just like the rest of us. Let's spell check this right here. Create a course, sell it on Gumroad, my favorite e-commerce platform to sell courses, and you'll do great. Fantastic. Beautiful tweet. Let's put that on Instagram, right there, shown on Instagram, and add to queue. And now I know that this post is going to be posted both on Twitter and Instagram. And if you spend, let's say, 10 minutes a day creating these kind of contents and these kind of tweets and reposting them from Twitter to Instagram automatically with Hype Fury, you will be able to grow both accounts at the same time. Of course, there's a little bit of groundwork, but I do believe that you'll find it very entertaining because it's just 10 minutes creating content of things that you already enjoy. So go ahead, click the links below to first learn how to research the market, and secondly, to get your Hype Fury account so you can grow your Twitter and Instagram account in just 10 minutes a day. My name is Jose Rosado, and see you in the next video.